This is breaking news from 2 News.
We're expecting the winds to pick up potentially at any time and last for potentially up to 48 hours.
Firefighters brace for strong winds as they work to protect homes from the Pole Creek fire. Dozens of people wait anxiously at evacuation centers, hoping firefighters are able to protect their property. Catholics praise their church for taking action to stop sexual abuse among priests, but say more change needs to happen. Thanks so much for being with us for 2 News at 6 o'clock. Tonight, breaking news, evacuations and road closures, all due to a very fast-growing fire in Juab County. We have team coverage of this blaze for you. Jeremy Harris and Rayanne Christensen are live near the front lines where firefighters are hard at work. Dan Rascone is in Salem, where evacuees have been told to gather. And Sterling is monitoring the impact the wind is having on this fire. First, though, we want to go to Mark Cabell. He is anchoring tonight from Spanish Fork at the command post. Mark?
Hello, good evening, Shauna. The latest on the fire, 54,000 acres. That's the newest number we have on the Pole Creek fire. Just inside those doors, the governor is getting a briefing right now, an update with state and federal officials. They call this a cooperators meeting. And they're sitting down right now and getting the latest numbers, and the governor's being brought up to speed on what happened today in the firefighting effort. Strong winds have been fueling this fire for the past 3 days, and they expect even stronger winds tomorrow, maybe 25, 30, 35 miles an hour. They say 2% containment on the Pole Creek fire. It was sparked by lightning on September 6th. There is a community meeting tomorrow for residents. Anybody can attend. It's at 5 p.m. at Salem Hills High School. And also Santaquin Canyon and Payson Canyon are closed to travel today. So we're waiting for the governor to come out. He's going to talk to the media. I think we'll be able to ask him a couple questions about how this fire blew up and went out of control over the past 4 or 5 days. Let's look at this map. You can see the relationship between the two fires. On the right side of your screen, you're going to see the Pole Creek fire. On the left side of your screen, the smaller fire, 14,000 acres, that is the Bald Mountain fire. And these fires have been kind of burning dangerously close to one another, and there is the threat that these two fires could merge and become one big fire. 2 towns have been evacuated, people have been displaced. Jeremy Harris has been following this part of the story for us. He's been bouncing back and forth between Elk Ridge and Woodland Hills. And Jeremy, what are you seeing there? Do they think they can keep this fire away from those homes?
They are confident that they can, but it is still very tense here. And in fact, the fire is coming down the mountain. We have watched it throughout the afternoon, just slowly inching down the mountain on the north face of Loafer Mountain, coming down towards Elk Ridge. Now, we understand Loafer Mountain really is where the firefight is at its heaviest right now. I've been told from fire officials there are approximately 30 cabins. These are secondary homes that are in the Loafer Mountain area. Those are immediately threatened by this fire. We have seen helicopters going up there to do airdrops throughout the afternoon, trying to protect those structures. We do not know if any of them have been lost, but we have not confirmed any have been lost either. Now, what we can tell you about Elk Ridge right now, again, this is a town of about 1,500 people. They are all evacuated. They've all had to get out last night. They have not been allowed back in. Sheriff's officials have been escorting people back in on a need-by-need basis if they have some sort of emergency thing that they need to get from their house. But for now, the town is locked down. Emergency officials going through here, getting ready in case they have to fight the fire. The big question on everybody's mind right now is, when will these evacuations be lifted?
That's the million-dollar question. Right now, we're currently waiting for the air and the wind to kind of determine what the fire is going to do.
Now, what we can tell you is that wind really is still kind of kicking up at a pretty constant pace here in the Elk Ridge area. We've also just learned from Elk Ridge local fire officials that the federal teams have already arrived here in Elk Ridge. They're taking over control of the actual firefight. Elk Ridge and other local firefighters are going to be here on the front lines. If that fire were to get to town, they will be the ones who will be doing structure protection. They say they will be protecting from the yards, wetting things down, making sure these homes don't burn. It's still in for a long night, though. Mark, back to you.